Hi guys, Deanne here from Canada Abroad, and thanks so much for tuning in. Today we are bringing you the latest Express Entry draw results for today, May 25th, 2022. Before we jump into today's draw, I'm just gonna give you a heads up. We are gonna be doing a video on Friday about the proposed bill that is going through, House of Commons and things like that at the moment for approval. And that bill is the one that is potentially going to allow immigration to implement those express entry changes that we've been talking about since last year when the budget was announced. So if you hadn't watched our video previously, it's basically immigration wants to be able to select people from the express entry system based on certain criteria. So they're going to be able to target people based on criteria in addition to just their score. So it could be based on occupation code. It could be based on language abilities. They're going to be able to target people based on what the economy needs. So look out for that video. We're going to go over a little bit more about what's happening with that bill, when we might see it implemented, and what it is going to allow immigration to do in terms of these express entry draws and how they're going to target people going forward. So with today's draw, no surprise, it was just for provincial nominees. So as we've mentioned before, the draws for other categories like your federal skilled workers, Canadian experience class, those are supposed to be resuming in July. So between now and then, we are still expecting these draws to just be provincial nominees. Now, with today's draw, it was actually quite small, which is not, a bad thing. It's just probably a lack of people in the system right now with provincial nominations, because there are quite a few provinces that have not been giving out a lot of provincial nominations lately. And some of them say they've got backlogs of applications that they're processing, or there's just too high a demand. So there's, a few things going on, most likely all to do with the chain effect of the federal government not doing lots of draws for different categories since December 2020. So hopefully we'll see the provincial nominee draws and selections picking back up again after July as well. So with today's draw, it was only for 589 people. And in order to be selected in this round, you had to have a comprehensive ranking system score of 741 or higher. And the tie-breaking rule for this draw was February 2nd, 2022. Now, if we look at the number of people that were in the express entry system with a score of 600 or higher, and I just point this out because we know if you get a provincial nomination, you get 600 points. So anybody who has a provincial nomination, their score is at least going to be 600 or higher. So as of yesterday, the number of people in the express entry system with a score between 601 and 1200. So basically anybody with a provincial nomination, there was 635 people. So almost all of them were selected in this draw. Only if, just over 100 or so left sitting there. But of course, that was as of yesterday. Today, the numbers could be slightly different. So as I said, we know that they're going to keep selecting the provincial nominees every 2 weeks, and then the other draws will be coming back in July. Thanks so much for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click that you want to get notified when we have a new video if you want to stay up to date with all the latest Canadian immigration news and updates.